Well, good morning, everyone. Hope everybody's doing all right on this wonderful Monday morning. It's 6 a.m. here in Benson, Arizona, and I think I'm up for the day. That's my beautiful little view I woke up to. That and some cool looking cacti or cactuses or whatever. Whoop. But yeah, got a little cold last night, I'm not gonna lie. I slept a lot better though than I did in the car. You know, I went to sleep at 11 p.m. and back up at 5:30, which I probably would have stayed sleeping, but I had to use the restroom. So, but once I got out of the tent, it's pretty cold, so I thought I'm not getting back in there. So I'm probably gonna pack up the tent and start my day and head down to Tombstone, Arizona. I was actually quite surprised. I bought a queen size air mattress at Walmart for $20. You know, I've never had a good experience with air mattresses. You know, I always wake up in the morning, I'm on the ground. They've lost all their air, right? But this one, I'm actually pretty surprised. It's a camping air mattress and it hasn't lost any air. It's still full. So that was nice. But yeah, here's the campsite. Well, alright, I'm gonna pack up and head down to Tombstone, Arizona. So I will see you guys here in a little bit. Figured I'd show you guys how big the tent is. That tent was only $39.95, and that is, I'll show you here. That is this tent right here, if anybody's wondering which tent. It's right here. It's the Ozark Trail 4-person dome tent. Got quite a bit of room in it. And the air mattress I got is, let me pull it out of the trunk here. Air mattress I got here is the Intex Queen 10-inch Durabeam Standard. So if anybody's wondering, that's a really good air mattress for the price. But just figured I'd share that with you real quick. People are sleeping still. Alright, see you later. Well, we officially made it to Tombstone here, right on the edge of town. I know I'm wearing the same shirt as yesterday, that's alright. Got up this morning, didn't have a towel at the campground. It was too dang cold to take a shower. So I'll figure that out later on. Anyways, here we go. First stop is the Boot Hill Graveyard. $18.78. I wanted to actually get a little picture of this car over here. I noticed when I turned left, I think I'm gonna have to put a jacket on, man. It's still chilly, still cold. I'm gonna do that before I go in. I'm wearing shorts, so that'll help. Here we go. Check it out. I have been shot, robbed, burned, graffitied, and mistreated. Please, I'm almost there. You furnish the bones well. Huh, it's pretty cool. Oh, check it out. It's got some skeletons inside, man. Woo! It's pretty cool. That's an old one, isn't it? Alright. I'm going to get a picture here with my phone. It's pretty cool. Pretty neat. Alright. I'll walk over here to Boot Hill Graveyard. I think before we go in, I'm going to actually put a jacket on and switch my battery out, because the battery's only at 27%. So see you in a little bit.
We got Billy Clanton and the McLowrys. They're the ones that died at the OK Corral. You're not paying attention, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so there's Billy Clanton and the McLowrys. Put a check mark by them. Okay, then we move on to page 6. And there you find Mr. Johnson. Now, Mr. Johnson bought a horse. The horse was stolen. He didn't steal it, but he bought a stolen horse, and he got hanged by mistake. Johnson. Check it.
Well, that's sad.
Don't buy any horses around here. Okay, now go 2 down to Mr. Peel. Mr. Peel has the oldest original still standing monument. Check him. Now in between those two, put a star by Mr. Gillespie. Mr. Gillespie was a sheriff that got shot in the line of duty. We're going to come back to him in just a bit. Now turn over to page 8. And there you find Lester Moore. He's the one that got it with the 44. No less, no more. Make sure you read the rest of his story when you go past his grave. Now, did you see the movie Tombstone?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I was
pay
almost
attention.
in it. I was almost in it.
Okay, so we know Curly Bill is the one that shot and killed Marshall White. So put a star by the Marshal. Marshall White is considered a fallen police officer, shot in the line of duty the same as Gillespie. So what you're going to see on both graves today is money. That's because police officers and people come here, they put money on those graves as a sign of honor and respect. The other thing you're going to see on both graves is a holiday wreath with a blue ribbon, like a Christmas wreath. The blue ribbon is the color of our police officers. Those wreaths were placed there by the Fallen Police Officers Association of Arizona. That just tells you how special they are to us, even though they died way back there in the 1800s. And that's usually the end of my story. But I'm going to tell you about the graves that you're going to pass out there that are unknown. Okay, put yourself back in the 1800s. There was no driver's license, no DNA, no CSI, no fingerprints, no dental records, and they probably had no friends. That's the end of my story.
And theirs as well.
Right, and they still don't know who they are. Okay, now I'm going to tell you how you get around the cemetery. So when you step off the porch out here, you're going to see a pole with an arrow. The arrow points down to the very bottom of the cemetery, down to row 1. Then you take your books and you read as you go. Row 1, row 2, row 3. Work your way up this way, and then exit through the door behind us, and that'll put you into the gift shop. So take pictures, make memories, and have a good time. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to start out here, row 9. Shows an unknown grave. This one says Steve Brammer, 1882. And that is, it doesn't say. But the next one is Mrs. Pring, died of suicide in 1881. While her husband was away trying to sell mining shares, Mrs. Pring, who lived on Toughnut Street, took a large dose of hydrate chloral. Committed suicide, 1881. Wow. going to kind of look at the ones that have an actual story on them. This next one is named Jay Gardner, shot in 1882. He was shot by Kellogg. 2 saloon men were also indicted for his killing. Rest in peace, right? Oh, here's the Brady brothers. Frank, age 11, and John, age 12. 2 children, wow. 1883. These boys were drowned while swimming in the San Pedro River. One died in a vain attempt to save his brother, ages 11 and 12. Wow, so young. It's crazy, isn't it? George Russell, an efficient foreman of the Epitaph who died while being operated on for cancer of his stomach. 1882. So many different stories. Fuki. Here is Fuki, it says. Late brother of Fuku. Oh, okay. Fuki, he owned a grocery store here and died from something poisoning. I know, I was just making a joke. His name's Fuki, but I figured his brother's fuck you. Alright, we're just gonna walk around and check out some more stuff here. No, it's pretty cool so far. It's like the first place I seen. I didn't realize it was going to be on the edge of town, but got a lot of stuff to do. I got a little piece of paper here. It shows some times on some shows, so I'm going to try to go see some gunfighting shows. View. Look at that. Wow. Run my way down here to row 1. Miles. Born in August 5th, 1828. Died August 26th of 1880. As you pass by, remember that you are so on what? You're so on Sawasi, and as I am, you soon will be. Remember me. Oh, and you're so on Sawasi. I don't know what Sawasi means. Am I reading that wrong, or am I just? Oh, okay. What an idiot, right? It says, as you pass by, remember that as you are, so once was I. And as I am, you soon will remember me. That's true, man. Someday it's going to be us. Not here, but somewhere in a cemetery or cremated or something. Dang. Well, here we are, Tombstone, Arizona, Boot Hill, in front of the famous grave of Billy Clanton, killed October 26th of 1881, along with Tom McLaury, Frank McLaury, and it says all murdered in the streets of Tombstone, 1881, October 26th. You all may know these characters that you've seen in the movie Tombstone. And this is where they're actually buried. You know, it's pretty cool. I always wanted to come to Tombstone, but never could in a semi, so I'm sure it was possible, but it's just a lot harder. Never got any time, right? But that's kind of cool. I'm standing right here in front of the graves of Billy Clanton. Wow. I think now I'm gonna have to, when I get home at the end of this little vacation, I'm gonna have to watch Tombstone, right? Or maybe read something of that, actually what happened. Because, you know, when you watch movies, they leave a lot of stuff out, or they change some things for the movie to make it better. So I'd like to find out the exactly how it went down, right? So, all right, let's go look for some different graves and see if we can find any more famous people that we've heard of, and maybe a few that we haven't, right? Here we go. Right here it says, "Here lies George Johnson, hanged by mistake in 1882. He was right, we was wrong, but we strung him up and now he's gone." Yeah, that's funny. I mean, it ain't funny, but funny how they worded it, right? Alright, right here it says John Gillespie. He was one of the officers sent to arrest Billy Grounds and Zwing Hunt, suspected killers of the M.R. Peel. He died instantly when Hunt shot him in the head. 1882. Rest in peace, fallen officer. And right next to him is a memory of Mr. Peel. 1882. A young mining engineer who was shot one night in his office as he worked late. Suspicion fell on Zwing Hunt and Billy Grounds. And that was the whole reason the sheriff went to look for these guys and ended up getting killed himself. Wow. There was a lot of killing back then. Man. It was like a lot easier them days to just shoot somebody and kill them. It was like more common, right? Man, imagine living in those hard days. Alright, let's go see what else we can find. Here's one here. It says Marshal Fred White, shot by Curly Bill in 1880. He was accidentally shot as he started to take Curly Bill's gun. This took place on the lot where the Birdcage Theater now stands. Marshal Fred White. Everybody's heard of Curly Bill, right? If you haven't lived. No. And of course you got this famous one here. Zoom up on it here. It says, "Here lies Lester Moore, 4 slugs from a 44. No less, no more." At least the tombstones had character back then, right? Kind of said something about the person, or just descriptions, right? It's cool. "Here lies Lester Moore, 4 slugs from a 44. No less, no more." Oh, cool. Right here it says these 5 people, Dan Dowd, Red Sample, Tex Howard, Bill Delaney, and Dan Kelly, were legally hanged on March 8th of 1884. These men were found guilty of killing several people during the robbery of a store in Bisbee that is known as the Bisbee Massacre. They were all hanged on one scaffold in the courthouse yard. There they are. I don't see him in the book, but yeah, right there. Right here it says John Heath, taken from county jail and lynched by the Bisbee mob in Tombstone, February 22nd of 1884. Hey, you look at all these old tombstones and think how much of a shame it would be for someone to just come in here and break them or something, you know. They're so old. I mean, it's just something you'd never get back, you know. It's like a part of history, right? There's no way to replace it. You could try to piece it back together, but it'd never be the same. So I'm just kind of hoping nobody ever does that. I guess rest in peace to everyone in here. Alright. We're going to get out of here and go to the next place in town. See you in a little bit. Well, I'm down in Tombstone now. I had to park like on the edge. It was like one big parking lot and you got to pretty much walk everywhere. So, I'm going to walk down here. I think there's supposed to be some kind of gunfight or something down here at this place. So, yeah. Oh, this is called the $1 Million Stope. Check it out. I have to go check that place out in a minute here. Yeah. Someone told me that. I said, oh, I'm just going to do Tombstone today and Bisbee and then head out. And they said, you won't even get Tombstone done today. So there's so much stuff, you can't do it in one day. So we'll see. So I'm gonna walk down here and check this out, and then I'm gonna head onto the main street where no cars are allowed. So that'd be cool. I don't know, we'll see. If I don't get it all done today, maybe I will camp here. Camp in Tombstone. We'll see, right? Kind of play it by ear. Must be a Corvette thing going on. All these different Corvettes. Some kind of car show. Well, here we are. Old Tombstone, Western Town. The old Tombstone Library. Dedicated on April 16th of 1961. The reading station, it says. And if they had a computer I could use, I would definitely go in there. It's pretty cool looking. You got a Union Pacific rail car, a caboose. You don't see them very often, do you? Back when I was a kid, we lived in Pleasant Lake, Indiana. I remember our school had like a beach down behind it. For recess, you could go down and go swimming. But I remember there was tracks, and I used to follow my brother and his friends, and we'd go down there and hang out inside of a caboose. It's kind of like our little fort, you know. I remember a little bit of that. Here we go. You know, of course, that's when children used to do a thing called going outdoors and playing. Imagination. The Gunfighter Hall of Fame. Old Tombstone, Western Town. First Bank of America. No, I don't know. Cash removed nightly. Oh, ATM. That's cool. The old miner shack. Check it out. Hey, you guys been on? You must have fell asleep during a shift. You gotta pay to go in there, or?
No, you can go in there.
In there? Okay. Let's check out these rail cars. Look at this, man. It's pretty cool, man. SP 1057. I think cabooses were like the crew of the trains would stay at and ride, or was it for like mail? I don't know, maybe like just the crew. Members only. The Back Door Saloon. Huh. The old Back Door Saloon. Music, gambling, and mills. Well, must have been Tombstone's first gay bar, right? The Back Door Saloon. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna go inside now. As soon as I heard that music come on, it was just like, is that Little House on the Prairie music? That's awesome. That's awesome. Awesome? Awesome? Awesome. Wow. Starring Michael Landon. And now the little girl's running down the hill right now. She trips and falls and gets back up. Yeah, that's what's playing in my head right now, listening to that music. We are now walking the streets of Tombstone. Just like the Old West. Just like the outlaws of Tombstone. Oh, check it out. Ain't that badass? Looks like there's gonna be a hanging today, people. We don't like your kind around here. Crystal Palace. Even got the old, that's the old cowboys standing down there. Probably keeping an eye out for Wyatt Earp. And nobody does anything around here without the cowboys knowing about it. Oh, I looked at them too long. You might come kick my butt. It's Coach right now. Uh-oh. Check this out. Ah, it's an old. Oh, it's for like the rails or something. Maybe. I don't know. That's pretty cool. Oh, Tombstone. I'm waiting to see what's going to go down here in the streets. We're right next to the Bird Cage Theater. Check this out. Check it out. Please check your guns at the door. Well,
Love a good pub.
check it out. Hotel Tombstone.
That's not all.
Didn't know they had an arcade back in the 1800s. And pizza and ice cream. Streets of Tombstone. Check it out. Pretty cool. You know, I really enjoyed my time in Tombstone.
Signature right there. Nobody knows what it says, that's okay.
Yeah, check that out.
Yeah. I think with my own money. Why, you're thinking that you guys are out, you know, you're saying you're gonna find it.
Food and OK Corral.
You're welcome, enjoy. Where you like popcorn?
Oh.
The rock star machine to your left, inside this round.
Wyatt Earp saddle from the movie Tombstone. It's cool.
I would recommend that you guys start heading back that way. They are seating
Okay.
right now.
All right.
Um,
Thank you.
yeah.
Well, here we go. We're heading to see the reenactment of the fight at the OK Corral. So this ought to be fun.
Cowboys even started early. Well, it's not our problem anymore, Wyatt. Although it would be nice if the marshal were here to do something about it. Don't hold your breath, Mark. Jeez.
Ooh. Yeah.
Fred White.
Gentlemen,
Something about these Cowboys, Fred?
you boys been quite an name for yourselves over at Dodge City. What do you say help me ground these Cowboys?
Go on, win the match, Fred. Yeah, we're real busy here, Fred.
I don't need this badge to do what's right. Neither should you.
Okay, horse you're on, Fred.
Come on, boys, and there's a little
Early Bill,
red wine. Friend, I hate him.
you boys are in violation of ordinance number 9 against carrying weapons in town. You're under arrest.
Bill? What's he mean we've been violating the city's ordinance?
You just settle down, Ike. That there's Marshal Fred White. I think you made him mad. Oh, yeah, Fred.
I ain't playing, boys. Hand her those guns.
Are you pointing a gun at me, Fred? Now look, I had a little bit to drink. My boys here, they had He had a lot to drink. Put your gun away, Fred. I'll have mine over. That's Curly Bill by the book every single time. Ain't that right, kids? Fred, shoot him, Bill.
How's he looking, Morgan? They shot him, Wyatt. He's not good. That man dies, you'll swing for it. You let him loose. Let him loose. Forget we were here.
He just shot a man. He's gonna stand trial for it. Just you boys clear out.
Shoot him, Bill. Let's go.
A funeral is cheaper than a trial, boys. I suggest you clear out.
Hi, Bill. Hey, get back here, you did.
Fred's been shot.
Oh, Fred, you're not looking too good. Don't worry, I'll fix you up just fine. I'm a dentist.
Third bullet he shot in this town. I know right where the badge in the first place.
Well, that fool tried, White. Work I can say about him.
First thing is yours. We didn't come here to get involved.
White, if this town's gonna make it, it's got to have law and order.
Birds don't do that, right?
Listen to me, he's in it.
Where's your spot?
It's just like Dodge City all over again.
Let's grab some coffee. Don't cool off.
It's been about a year since Fred White was shot. You folks may have noticed. Things have a way of quickly escalating out here. Now, I have perhaps foolishly taken up the role of marshal in this town. But on a good note, my brothers and I are doing quite well here in Tombstone. We now own half the gambling operations up and down Allen Street, as well as keeping the peace in this lawless territory. Now, Ike Clanton has now taken over the leadership of the cowboy gang. His temper and tendency to pull a cork has been a constant plague in my community. Now, I'd like to say that Curly Bill was brought to justice for the killing of Fred White. Just not the case. You see, at trial, Curly Bill did get away with murder. But for the most part, we haven't seen him in town for the past several months. You know, folks, for a little patch of desert that's rich in silver, justice is seldom served on a silver platter. And that, my friends, is a hell of a thing.
Throw it aside. He's still here. I don't have mine says we go back down there. And we show who's fault.
not anymore. Come on, you're buying.
Wait, how about last time?
Yeah, and you're buying again. You buy every time. You should be surprised. Barkeep! give me my gun.
I can't do it.
What's gonna be, Ike? Well, as you can see, I'm really fixed for no gunfight. Had I done it, you would have taken my gun, and I would have shoved it straight.
I had to kill you anyway.
Doc, I'll do this whole town a favor. It would be real easy.
Get
Easy,
out
Doc. You boys, get out of here. I don't need that.
Hey, you arrested Morgan. He's pointing his gun at me.
What, this gun, do you want it?
Yeah,
that's
that's
enough, Doc. You boys clear out before you pick a fight you can't win.
I won't forget this holiday. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for all of you.
You're breaking city ordinance carrying that gun around. Check it. That's your responsibility.
Why don't you check Doc's gun? Oh, that's all right, okay.
Well, Morgan, that was fun. You sure got a strange idea of fun, Holiday.
Perhaps. Farewell, Mr. Herb. I find myself suddenly bored.
You take it easy, Doc. I'll see you around.
I ain't even done nothing yet. Sit up there, sound like a bunch of dying cattle. Hey, I heard that. Ryder, get on out here. We have business to discuss. Give a message to Holiday.
We don't have time for this.
Now you let him know he's got a fight coming, Herb.
I'm an officer of the law. I do not want to hear that kind of talk.
What about you, Wyatt?
I'm gonna fight you, guys.
I think you're a smart man.
No money in it.
Yeah.
No money, huh? I want you to just go running off. Your little pal Holiday. You let him know that I'll be waiting for him in the morning. Fact is, I'll be waiting for all of you. Non-city pigs.
Those engines ones I've handled is just it.
If we're lucky, one, I'll pass out and forget about the whole thing.
No luck ever been that good.
Never.
Holiday! I'm calling you out, you southern dandy. Now how about you get out here? We finish this, just you and me. Yeah, I don't think this stuff's ADA compliant. Holiday! Hey, you in no longer? Housekeeping. Well, that gave you a chance to battle like a man. Now I'm gonna gun you down like a dog. With a count of 3. 1.
Looking for someone, Ike?
I was looking for Holiday, but seeing you any sooner, I'd have shot you.
Glad to disappoint you, Ike. Morgan, hold that trunk over to the city jail. While I go find Judge Wallace.
I ain't scared of no walrus.
All right, I believe you already know the play. Really,
Morganer, huh? Morgan, if I still had that 6 I'd pick a fight with you and your
go. So get them out of here! Clear out of town and go settle down at your ranch. I don't want to see another one of you cowboys in town the rest of the day.
Virgil, you ain't got no right talking to us like that.
I'll talk to you however I please! I'm the marshal of this town. You're all nothing but stage robbers and horse thieves. Now, Sheriff Behan may not care what happens between here and Mexico, but I do.
Boys hear that?
Yeah?
Virgil want to talk about Sheriff Behan. Well, I'll tell you about the sheriff. He's a smart man. He leaves us cowboys alone. Woo! I reckon the good sheriff's gonna live himself a long and happy life. Unlike some.
Is that you making threats again, Ike?
No, Morgan, I don't make threats. When I say man dies, he dies.
I've known men like you my whole life, Ike. You don't scare me. I'll go down to Charleston, down to San Simon. I'll fight you and every man in your gang. But you hurt my family, I'll go kill you.
That's some tough talk there, Wyatt. That was a lot of tough talk. It's just a shame it's coming from a dead man. Now you've tried running us out of this town. Look around yourselves. We're still here. We're not leaving. No, this ends today, or I'm done talking. Don't touch me. Let's go, boys. How about I told you not to touch me?
There are going to be more cowboys coming in town any minute.
What about their big guns? Curly Bill and Johnny Ringo. Not no problem. Mike gets the contract yet. I'm spoiled for the rest of them.
And at the rate he's going, Blood, that just may happen, yeah.
And you brought some fish. We don't know about that deal right now. Turn the friend if that makes the same hold up. We were really going to find out. Not simple. They bury us. They bury the secret. What's going on out here, Wyatt?
This is police business, Doc. There's nothing here.
Well, there are more cowboys in town, Virgil. Word has it they're gonna be used. Looks to me like you could use all the friends you could get.
Now look, Doc, we'll be able to find and handle those cowboys.
Well, they're not far from here. They're held up in the empty lot behind the OK Corral on Fremont Street. They look to mean business and boys. They've got guns.
Just have to take those guns away from them.
Virgil.
Doc, if you're coming with us, you need to listen to me. I want you to hang back. But I also want you to hang on to this. Well, come along.
Nobody likes you.
It's simple, Bill. When the Earths get down here, we deal with it.
Right.
You don't mean that kill him, do you?
Whoa, whoa, Bill, nobody said nothing about a killing. We're gonna wait till the Earps get here and we are going to write them an angry card. That's right, we're gonna put that in the newspaper, the big old blackboard to make sure Wyatt sees it.
That's good.
Hey, you like that idea? Sure you do. That's because you're an idiot. There. We're gonna kill him.
It's a bad idea, boys. I'll bring you
Cowboy looking for a fight. Now you got it.
Now put up your hands, boys. We're here for those guns.
unarmed.
Wait, I don't want that.
they got you, Holiday? You got the guts to play for blood?
I'm your buddy, Barry.
I see you moving. Bill, give me that gun.
Just take it, Wyatt. Go away and leave me to die. Boys, grab the sheriff. Do something.
Frank Lowry, dead. Tom Lowry, dead. Billy Clamp, dead. And that was it. Over before it ever started. 2 months after this gunfight, Burglar was ambushed outside the Crystal Palace Saloon. 3 shotguns went off, but he still refused to die. Crippled up pretty bad, Burglar wandered the west until death found him in Nevada in 1905. Not as lucky was Wyatt's kid brother Morgan. He was shot in the back and killed playing a game of pool up on Allen Street. Morgan died at midnight, March 19, 1882. It was his brother Wyatt's birthday. Now in 1887, the year his whole town began to fall apart, the 2 main causes of this gunfight died hundreds of miles apart from each other. That summer, trying to put together a new gang up in northern Arizona, Ike Clanton was shot and killed by a mail-order detective.
Wait, what?
Not long after that, after a lifetime of drinking, smoking, well, tuberculosis caught up with yours truly up in Colorado. I don't care to talk about it. Wyatt was the last man standing out of all this. He'd spent his days traveling. Wyatt made his way from Idaho to Alaska, finally ending up in Jazz Age Hollywood, searching for another tombstone and the chance to get things right again. He never would find it. But Wyatt died in Los Angeles in 1929, just ahead of his 81st birthday. His final words? Suppose. Suppose. And that, folks, is our show. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Thank you. Now, if you could remain seated for just a moment, we have a couple more things to bring to your attention. First up, if you would like to come down onto the set and get some pictures with the actors, we invite you to do so, because this is as good as we're going to look all day. And if you have any questions about what you just saw, or the history of this town, feel free to come on down and ask. Now lastly, as you folks exit, you're going to come across a cowboy. He's out there collecting for a charity that we hold near and dear to all of our hearts here at the OK Corral. That is the Starving Actors Fund. Y'all laugh, it's a real thing. Please be generous, folks. All of those proceeds go towards ramen noodles and some much-needed acting lessons. Thank you for coming to the OK Corral. Enjoy your day, Tombstone!
Well, that was all the time we have today here in Tombstone, Arizona. I had a pretty good time. It was pretty cool. It was worth it. You know, the gunfight at the OK Corral, that was pretty cool. Now, I did take a tour of the Birdcage Theater, but unfortunately, you're not allowed to post any of it online. You can post it like on a personal page, like Facebook or whatever, but you can't post it like on YouTube. So, unfortunately, they do not tell you that. You kind of find it out when you see the sign as you're doing the tour. So unfortunately, I'm just going to delete all that footage. But I will tell you, it was worth the $16.50 that it cost to go into the Birdcage Theater. I got to see the actual Pharaoh table that Doc Holliday played at, and the spot where Doc Holliday and Ringo had an argument. Also, it's the original wood floor inside there, the actual pieces of wood that they walked on. An old piano. You get to see the rooms where they used to do their deed downstairs, and the poker tables where they had the 8-year, I think it was poker, wasn't it, 8-year game? But it was worth the $16.50. You see a lot of stuff in there. It was really, really cool. It said the Birdcage Theater is the actual only original building in Tombstone. All the rest of them burnt down in a fire. I can't remember what date she told me. I think she said 1851. And then they were rebuilt, and then, or was it 1881? Something like that. 1851, 1891 maybe? They rebuilt it, and then a year later a fire come through and burnt down the town again. But the Birdcage Theater is the only original building. So it was actually cool to go see the original building. All of it was neat. There was so much stuff to see. But all I'm going to show, obviously, in this video is what you've seen. Is, you know, walking downtown and everything. Not like inside people's shops and things. Because it's not allowed to do that here. So, but I am actually planning on going down to Bisbee, Arizona. I think it's like a half an hour south of here. And do the Bisbee mine tour. But I didn't realize it was going to take so long today. So I'm going to not do that. And I'm going to head north. I'm not sure where I'm going to go yet. So you'll have to see on the next video. But I hope you guys enjoyed the little bit of Tombstone that I could show you. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. See you later.